Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Crystal, a licensed marriage and family therapist. On this channel, we dive into some really deep and important topics that relate to relationships, mental health awareness, and family dynamics. And yes, I'll be reacting to some clips, articles, and even TikToks that highlight these themes. So grab yourself a snack, get comfy, and let's jump right in.
Here
Yeah, why are you done?
because my husband and my kid, my family.
Because he wants to be. He doesn't want to be anywhere else. He wants to be here with
See,
me.
that's what I mean. You're so mean.
You know, the thing is, you're putting my son in a position where he might have to choose at some point his mother or his wife and kids.
Yeah, and he should. And he should choose his wife. Things just finally came to a head with Tina, and I do not want to say something that I'm going to regret.
He shouldn't have to be put in that position where he has to choose.
I mean, he wouldn't have to if you were just normal.
I am normal.
But you're not. You're
You're
not
just
normal.
rude.
All I want is just some boundary, and I don't think it's a lot to ask for. I think a good solution for us all would be get back out there, try to date again. You need to get out there. You need to date
And when
somebody.
you say that just pisses me off. It's so stupid.
Because
He's
you're
not your
treating
boyfriend.
my
No,
husband
I don't.
like he's your boyfriend.
No, you know
You
what?
have him doing everything for you. He does not need to run and get you a coffee. He does not need to do everything for
He
you.
is my
You
son.
are a grown ass woman.
I know there's something wrong here. It's like
Do you hear
you're
your
looking
mother?
at.
She's yelling at me.
Hold on, I just want to stop it here because this is a prime example of a mother in law who just doesn't respect the marriage dynamic. She doesn't have her own relationship. And so she looks to her son to fill her own emotional voids. And the wife, who is wanting to be a priority in the relationship, feels neglected and is having to have a really awkward conversation to a mom-in-law about her place in the relationship. And I find this to be very interesting, particularly because in a healthy marriage dynamic, the mother-in-law would not be acting so enmeshed with her son. But as we see here, this mother is just feeling like entitled to be in between her son and her daughter in law's relationship and is being kind of just aggressive about it. Is acting as though the daughter in law is weird for setting a boundary with her. Let's see how the husband handles it. Let's see how he navigates this situation.
Hello?
She won't stop. I feel like anytime you get the chance, you just love to belittle me.
Hold on, let's just look at this dynamic right here on the couch. And I'm just imagining if they were coming to me for family therapy right now. We literally see on this couch the wife on one side, the husband in the middle, and the mother in law on the other side. And it just seems like he is in between these two women, his wife and his mom, both equally wanting his attention at the same time. And you can hear the wife saying that she feels belittled by the mother in law. It seems as though mom may be jealous of the daughter in law's place in her son's life and isn't really having a healthy she's not really being able to let him go and release him to be the grown man, the husband. I don't know if he's a dad that he needs to be because she needs that emotional um, validation from him. It's a very, very unhealthy, sick mentality because this son, um, I call it emotional incest, believe it or not, when a mother feels like she needs to have her emotional needs met by her son. And the fact that she cannot cut that umbilical cord and let this grown man live his life with his wife, be a healthy part of the relationship, definitely be a supportive um, family member and grandmother and mother-in-law, but not need him to be a type of emotional spouse for her. That is the thing that is really standing out to me as as interesting, and it shows the amount of emotional damage that I believe the mother-in-law has. But let's see what happens.
Oh, it's not belittling. It's constructive criticism.
But that's not nice.
You
It's
take
just
it as
rude.
belittling. It's not though.
You
It's-
think me as a grown woman deserves that?
That's not how it is.
Well, that's
It's
how it
usually
feels
you
like.
saying something under your breath, me hearing it, and then that sets me on.
All I'm saying is,
That's all I'm
if you have nothing nice to say, just don't.
I mean, I couldn't stop it fast enough, but if you saw, let's rewind it real quick because this trips me out. You see this title right here? Josh 35 Mama's Boy. So it's seeming like he's identifying with just being the mama's boy. He doesn't know how to release himself from his mom. So the dynamic is set up in a way where Josh and his mom have an alliance with each other, and the wife is almost coming in and breaking up that alliance. And that's very interesting. It's almost like, you know, why didn't you marry your mom? Clearly that would be considered incest, but the way that they are emotionally infused comes across as a very unhealthy mom son relationship.
Nothing nice to say, just don't say it.
and vice versa. And I get along.
Okay, guys, well, that's the end of that clip. As I watched it, I really see an enmeshment relationship between mother and son, so much so that they can't differentiate between what is a healthy relationship between mother and son. The mom feels very entitled to her son's affections, and she feels that she deserves to have his attention. She doesn't seem to have her own relationships outside of the son and wife's relationships, and she seems to go in and butt herself into their marriage, and it would definitely create a lot of conflict in the marriage. It would cause the wife to feel neglected, definitely not feel like she's a priority. And if the son isn't providing that emotional validation to his wife because he's too busy focusing on his mother's validation, then obviously there's going to be conflict in the marriage, and that would definitely make for an unhealthy marriage situation. Well, thank you for your time today, guys. This is my very first episode of Inquiring Minds with Crystal, licensed mental health counselor and marriage and family therapist. I love to know your thoughts. Hit the like or subscribe button for more content, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye bye.